What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Career Mode. It's episode number 10, coming today on the back of our loss to Fulham at home, 2 losses in 3, still in a Champions League place, but a third of the way through, long way to go. And today, going to get through to the January transfer window, play our Carabao quarter final against Leicester, and we'll start off with 3 more scouting updates to see what we got. Where from England, we will continue the scouting on these 5 players here, all looking pretty decent. I think I'm going to gamble on this lad, John Anderson, young Scot, who has a really good overall, and if that potential doesn't drop, he could be a serious talent. So the rest will continue scouting on, but he's getting a scholarship. And America just has not been it so far. Kevin Jones, to be fair, could be alright, but we'll continue the scouting for now. But oh man, the USA has not quite worked out the way we were hoping thus far. There's still plenty of time to go, man. So we'll continue to keep our fingers crossed. But right now, our academy looking at this. Lee Wynn, of course, I continue to shout him out every single month because he looks unbelievable. Noah Antoine, Hugo Gallet still look really good as well. And this is the young Scotsman too. Quick to start off with. Good finishing and heading ability as well, despite the fact he's only 5'9". But yeah, looks alright to be fair. Could possibly turn him into a striker potentially without good finishing. But yeah, it's still looking pretty solid here. Yep, first game today, and on the back of back-to-back losses in Dorset, we're aiming to get back to winning ways here after 2 defeats in our last 3 in all Premier League games. Relegation threat and Luton at home. Come on, you Cherries. Free kick for Bournemouth. Matthias Cunha to take it. Now he's already got one. This one from a bit of a different angle, to be fair, but why not, right? Why not? He's got the one this season. Absolute belter against Crystal Palace. And this one's straight into the wall, unfortunately. I'm not sure lightning is going to strike twice, unfortunately, as Pedro Neto is denied by young Matthew Cox. I don't know, man. I think I have gotten slightly better free kicks as the game has gone on, but I don't think we'll get another one. This save, let alone this season. I've had my one. I get one a year. I think I've had the one in this save thus far. Still 0-0. A couple of good saves by young Matthew Cox, as we're still tied at 0-0. But that first goal is coming at this rate. And Neto, oh, this time finds the bottom corner. Luton failing to clear from the couple of onslaught attacks on their goal, and Pedro Neto finally gets his first fourth goal. We've been waiting for it. It's a nice little turn and finish, to be fair, under pressure on the half volley into the bottom corner. I was so excited for him when I first signed him. I was like, yes, he's going to make the difference on that right-hand side. Yeah, slow start, but maybe he can start to get it sorted now. Oh man, just giving the ball away with him straight afterwards. Do one good thing and then do a bad thing directly afterwards. Chong finds the leveller, and it's 1-1. I just can't get it sorted with Nato. I really can't. I don't know why. He's got unbelievable ability, man. Everyone knows that, like, he is a heck of a technical player, but also rapid as well. You'd think, oh, in your team, Doxy boy, he'd dominate. I don't know what it is, but I just can't seem to get it sorted with the guy, man. So all the time, but with form being so OP, it's why when you have had a loss, you need to get back to winning ways directly afterwards. We did that against Aston Villa on the back of the defeat to Man City, but then to lose at home to Fulham and now really struggling. That's just the overpoweredness of form, man. Seriously, you know, okay, fair enough. Man City and Aston Villa, of course, very tough games, but, you know, Luton and Fulham at home, for the team we're starting to become, should not necessarily be bankers, but games we should be massive favourites in, absolutely massive, and yet instead really struggling. And that's really like one of my biggest tips, really, when it comes down to being successful over a season. Win your home games, like win your home games. Don't worry if you go away to Stamford Bridge or to the Emirates and you don't get all 3 points. Make sure you win these games here. You know, these are the ones that are going to cost you come the end of the season. That's a great bit of body contour work from Clark there. And now Kirkes, I see Solanke. Don't think I can get it to him. So we're working inside. And now I can get it to him. And sorry, it's Cunha, not Solanke. But Matthias Cunha will get us back in front. Well, Pedro Neto might have been a letdown for me this year. This man has been nothing but sensational. It's a nice kick out to Kirkes. And Jack, keep running. Solanke to the left. And Clark keeps running. There we go. Scott, sorry, God, I'm getting all the names wrong today. As Alex Scott steps in, and this should be free. And it is. Matthew Cox gets a touch but can't keep it out, and Alex Scott gets another to make it 3-1, and that should be game over now, back to winning ways. I have to say, Scott's being big for me as well. Billing has returned from injury. I've got him on the bench in this game, but Alex Scott is right now looking the real deal, man. 22 minutes to go, but that should do it now. Bournemouth back to winning ways in Dorset. So just played the following game. It was a really poor goalless draw away at Goodison as that inconsistent form continues. Sadly, there was an injury as well to Kirkes, who's now done for 3 months with a broken toe. Second of the season. So frustrating, but I guess the silver lining is that no clubs will put a bid in for January, so at least he'll be here now for at least the rest of the season. Following game, West Ham at home is going to get back to winning ways here and try and go on a consistent run of form. Come on, you cherries. I have to mention how life at times can be quite subjective and all about perspective. You could say, yeah, it's been a pretty poor run for you, you know. I mean, right now, struggling to put wins together consecutively. But then you could also say, well, it's only been 2 losses in about, God, I don't know how many games now, to be fair. 13, 14? So it's not all bad, but if Patrick Schick gets the only goal of the game, this will be our 3rd in what has been a tough run. So like I said, it's perspective, man. It's perspective. Yeah, you could say that the Man City and the Fulham game, only 2 losses in, again, around 13. Great run. But again, this will be 3 losses in, I think, 6. So, or 5 even. So, yeah, it's no, 3 losses in 6. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough right now for Bournemouth, man. Just cannot seem to get any sort of consistency sorted. And this, as I often say, can be the difference between qualifying for Europe, winning a title, or even staying in a division. It's nice to get a win here or there, but you need to win consistently. You need results consistently. At the moment, well, consistency is king, and we are far from royalty. Let's go. Sinisterra down the left-hand side with the turn. And keeps hold of the ball, going from left to right, and then back into the middle. For offloading to Scott. I see Solanke, and I'll poke him through. Great chance here. Lovely build-up. Matheus Cunha must finish, and does. I don't know where we would be without these two this season. Cunha and Solanke. What a duo as they continue to bail me out in most of the games where we haven't lost this season. Put it this way, if we've got a win, you can bet your bottom dollar that either Cunha or Solanke has got to go. In this case, it is the former, 1-1. Well, 1-1 in the end, and the inconsistent run continues, back-to-back draws. And again, this is what's going to stop us qualifying for a European competition, man. Not winning our home games and failing to win consistently. When was the last time we won back-to-back? It was surely at least 2 months ago. Consistency is king. Always has been, always will be. Because you know, as you would have seen the results there, the big teams around you, they're not going to slip up in games like that. They're going to win. They are going to win. Man City winning, Liverpool winning, Manchester United winning. You know, they are going to find a way to win, which means you have to match their results if you want to stay in the hunt for, again, a title, or in our case, a top 4 place. Following game's a massive one as well. Away at St James's Park against Newcastle United. They are the only undefeated side remaining in the division right now, with 9 wins in 15 and 6 draws, and they've got the 2nd best defensive record as well. We've still got the best. Even so, massive game here to try and return to winning ways. Failed to do that, and it'll be none in 3. Bournemouth starting to lose their grip, hanging on to a place in the top 4. Solanke hustling. Oh, yes, well in. And Cunha must finish. No, Nick Pope does really well, and it's Solanke also denied by a brilliant double save by Nick Pope, and Newcastle clear. Well, it's 0-0 at the break, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's a full time as well. Best defensive records in the division, both us and Newcastle have. And it's been another tough one in terms of getting goals as well. We've added the firepower of Cunha and Nato. Cunha's been brilliant, but Pedro still only 1 goal all season long, man. I don't know if he'll be lasting much longer in this team. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. I really like him so much, but for some reason it's just not working with me. Maybe I just need to be more... Come on. More aggressive with him. But again, he's absolutely rapid. I just can't seem to get away with him. And the finishes at time lack power. Granted, on that moment there, he's a bit out of control. But even so, I just can't seem to... I don't know what it is. Sometimes it's just a case, though, isn't it? You know, like there's no rhyme or reason to it, as John Denver would say. Ultimately, sometimes it just doesn't work out. Even though all the right pieces are there, it just isn't the right fit. It just doesn't work. What have we now to go? As Anthony Gordon pokes it through, and Tyler loses out to Ollie Watkins. Joe Linton 1-2, shot blocked. Gets it back, shot blocked again. They'll get it back again, and another shot blocked, and that's going to loop up in the air. Nato does enough, and Henry also makes a really crucial interception there as the Cherries show why they've got the best defensive record in the division. Rear guard, to say the very least. Cunha, Solanke, can we win it late with a dynamic duo? Dominic versus Kevin Danso. Get around him. Solanke for the win! Dominic Solanke, once again, pops up with the winner. But who set him up? It is bro, Matthias Cunha, the dynamic duo combine again. Bournemouth win it late at St James's. Right from kickoff, Tav off the bench wins it back. Scott to Traore and Billing. The subs combining. Philip Billing marks his return from injury with a goal directly off the bench. And Billing wraps it up. Bournemouth 2-0 winners at St James's, massive 3 points. That's win of the season, that, no question. Massive 3 points away. Right, following game, Christmas evening. You know, I love this, man. I really wish it will become a real thing, man. Christmas Day Premier League football, come on. Let's get it on, just like the NBA. But this isn't Premier League, this is the Carabao Cup. The quarter-finals against Leicester as we get to the final four of the competition for the first time in the save. Come on, you Cherries. I think, you know, being a single person, who, you know, it's not, I'm not religious. Funny enough, I'm actually right now reading the Bible. The reason why I'm doing that is just because I'm a massive reader, and I want to read both the Bible and the Quran this year. So I started reading the Bible, but I'm not what you call religious. I'm quite agnostic. Don't really have a particular faith or religion, if you will. But, you know, but also being single and not overly close to my family means that I spend Christmas, you know, most of the time by myself, you know. And I love watching the NBA. I'm a massive NBA fan, massive basketball fan, as you guys know. And it's nice for me, you know, to have that, you know, to be able to watch a couple of games in the evening, something I follow closely, and be able to still feel like I've got something I feel sort of not affiliated with, but something I really enjoy and keep up to date with to watch on Christmas when I am going to be alone as well. And I feel like the Premier League, that would be a good thing too, you know, to have that for those of us who are unfortunately still single and aren't religious and may not be too close to their family. Granted, there's not many of us, but it would still be quite nice, and a nice way to show that. I don't know, as we become more multicultural in England as well, as Cunha denied by a great save by Hermansen. 25th December, for a lot of people, myself included, is kind of like another day, really. It's not got as much meaning as I suppose it once did in yesteryear, more unanimously in this country, if that makes sense. Well, that is going to do it. A really, really tight quarter-final. Very little going on, very few chances, and in the end, it's going to finish as a goalless draw, which means it's pens at the King Power, and I'm not feeling confident about this. Yes, defensively we've been brilliant this season, best record in the Premier League, but this is a shootout. It is a complete lottery, and it's not Nato in goal, it's Mark Travers. Can the standing keeper be a hero and pull off his inner David Raya? I must say it was great to see Raya and Raya and Ramsdale embrace after the shootout victory for Arsenal on Tuesday night over Porto. You know, for all the bottled it already. For all the talk about, I've timed the right way twice. We've got nothing on either of them. For all the talk about the rift between the two, I've never seen it. I haven't seen it. They seem to get on really well, even though. Yes, Cunha. Ramsdale might have lost his place as the undisputed Arsenal #1. Even so, Travers, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to have the same sort of effect as the Spaniard. Gone the right way twice out of the 3. Didn't save any of them. Sent the wrong way there. And as Jack Clark keeps us still in the shootout. I need a save from you, Mark. I need a save, mate. Steffi Mamadini scores. I think it's over, and it will be, unless Marcus Tavernier can score from the spot here. I've gone the same way each time. This time I'm going to change it and go top left with Tav to keep us in the competition, which he does. But it seems as though we're delaying the inevitable. Connor Cody with a chance to put Leicester in to the Carabao Cup semi-finals. Does just that. Right down the middle. And no David Araya from Mark Travers. In the end, it's Leicester who come out winners of 100% from the spot kicks. Didn't feel confident, we exited the quarterfinals. To be fair, Chelsea in the semis, not sure we could have got through them. We've got them next as well in the Premier League, aiming to bounce back here. This inconsistent run has been unbelievable, man. Like, seriously, how do we go like 9 wins in a row recently? Right now, I can't get back to back. But again, that kind of shows you the overpoweringness of form. And I know I do mention it every now and then, but it's true, especially for newer viewers. Like, if you don't play CM, you won't like feel it per se, but you definitely do when you're playing the games. You know what I mean? It's like you can go to the Emirates and win comfortably if you've just won the last 3, but if you're struggling for form, then wins at home to Luton Town are ridiculously difficult if you haven't won any of your last 3, for example. And that's why right now you can't predict this, man. Like, seriously, I have no idea what the next game is going to be. Whoever we're playing, whether we're home or away, doesn't matter. Can't predict the form right now because it is just, clues in the name, inconsistent. Yeah, without that winning NATO. And that's a cracking ball, that. And to be fair, whilst he doesn't get the hit assist, he does get the hockey assist. And it is true, to be fair, whilst he hasn't had that many goal contributions, he has been involved in a few of the build-ups as well. And that's why at times the stats don't tell the full story. For this guy, they definitely do, man. 8 in 18. No grace period needed for him. Cunha's on fire. Yeah, I mean, the only reason why I wouldn't say Cunha is the signing of the season is because Vinicius has probably been even more important for us. And whilst this guy might have been the worst signing of the season thus far, oh, he's just got a goal in a bit of a bizarre way as well. I don't know how Petrovic has been beaten there. I really don't. I tell you, that is one thing I am struggling with though in this year's FC. I've mentioned this a few times, but like, when I try and bend the ball into the far corner with a player's preferred foot, they often go, as Chelsea are making a very early substitution now, they'll often go with the weaker foot in at the near post. I don't know why, but I've had this problem since the beginning of FC. They'll shoot with the weaker foot and go towards the more difficult of the corner, but ironically, it does often end up resulting in a goal, just like it does for that moment there. NATO second of the year, Bournemouth double up. This has definitely been the best game I've had so far with Pedro Neto as well. And you know, when things aren't going very well, when things aren't really working out at all, you just got to get through it. Like, you just got to play through it and trust eventually the tide is going to turn. Oh, good stop by Brazilian Neto between the six as well. There was a quote, I think it was by Russell Westbrook, it was an NBA player regardless, who said, like, I think he was going for a scoring slump, but basically he said, if I've missed 20 shots, I believe I'm going to score the 21st, you know, and thus he takes it, you know. The only way you're going to start scoring if you're on a scoring slump is just to keep shooting, you know. I know it's tempting to kind of shy away from responsibility and, you know, close up a little bit, but, oh, great stop by Petrovic. But if you're struggling and you're struggling to break out of form, well, you just got to keep going. Like, you've got to keep going and eventually believe that the tide is going to turn at some point. The only way you can end a scoring slump is by scoring, and the only way you're going to score is by shooting. Still 2-0, but this game looks done here. But I think we are probably going to lose our clean sheet, which we do indeed. And Chelsea not done yet. 5.5 minutes to go. But it's a game where I've had full control over. It's just one of those moments there where I'm so annoyed at myself because, like, the thing is, I mentioned this a lot, like, the clean sheet ultimately isn't the most important thing in the world. The win is, granted, we all accept that, but it's like, it's always nice to shut a team out. It's always nice to shut your opponent out, you know. And when you've been in complete control, to throw away a goal like that right at the end, it is one of those things. It's like, I don't know what the term is, pet peeve possibly, but it's just so, for me, it's one of the things that annoy me more than almost anything else. You know, I've had the result known for a while, I've played really well, I've been really tight defensively, and then right at the end, bang, silly goal conceded. It's so annoying. And 18 games in, that win has now put us top. Yeah, I mean, I've been bemoaning the inconsistent form, but at the moment, we're leading the way. But it's mainly because the teams below us have just been really inconsistent themselves. You know, we've been inconsistent, but so have they. And that winning run we had has probably been the main reason why, heading into January, we're still leading the way at the top of the table. I should say we are leading the way at the top of the table. crazy inconsistency right now. Unbelievable. Still a whole half to go anyway. But, right, so James Hill's gone out on loan to Porto for 2 years. Keep an eye on him there at the Dragao. The transfer window is open. Just over 20 million on the budget, but I'm not sure if we'll spend it because, well, I mean, right now, why mess with a winning formula, right? Yes, we're out of the Carabao Cup, but top of the league. Hard to make changes when we're in, we're currently leading the way right now. But 3 more scouting updates, and let's see what we got here. Where from England, we'll continue scouting on these 4 players here. And from America, well, this guy might be the saving grace. Victor Watson, if he's an LB or an RB, we could convert him to CB and have potential upgrade, overall upgrade, because the height and the physical seems like it could be quite good there. We'll continue scouting just for now. So academy looking like this as January arrives. I'm praying that Lee Win doesn't ask for a scholarship, pro deal, sorry, come the end of the season, because now will be the best time to get him in and loan him out if that's the case. But for now, he remains the standout of all the youth players here. He is just unbelievable, man. 16 years old already, 72 defensive awareness, 70 for stand tackle, 76 stamina as well. He's solid, man. And whilst I could probably get him slightly quicker growth on the attacking wide back development plan, in fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change that real quick. I'm just worried about the low strength. The low strength is the only thing that concerns me about the guy, really, which is obviously very, very important in a physical league like the Premier League. Right, still a couple more. Next up, Nottingham Forest away at the City Ground, aiming to stay top of the table at the official halfway stage. And we'll do that. Let's get it. Come on, you cherries. Stefan El-Shaarawy down the left-hand side. Back to Harry Toffolo. He's been sensational for Forest this year, hasn't he? As Vinicius heads it away. Still tied at 0-0. Listen, top of the table right now, I really can't see us staying there for the rest of the season. But top 4, I mean, you've got to dare to dream, right? At the moment, we've got a really good team. It's a young team. It's developing all the time. I don't see why, if we stay injury-free and then right on cue, we get a big one there for one of our best players there, Vinicius. Stay injury-free and develop some form. I don't see why we couldn't stay in the Champions League places, but yeah, that would really make things a lot more difficult. Vinny has been an unreal signing since coming in. Ibrahima Sangare, back heels to Ryan Yates, great offload, and Taiwo drills it in. Forest in front, and a double whammy. Injury for Vinny, and Taiwo gives Forest the lead. I'm taking Vinny off at the break, man. I am not gambling on that. He is too good. Like, he is too good to go down with the classic broken toe. It wouldn't be anything worse than that, but it could be a dislocated shoulder, could be a sprain, which will rule him out for 4 weeks, whatever the case may be. Hopefully it's just a 5-day one, but taking no chance. He's asking for a sub. He's not moving as freely as he normally does. And Morgan gives one, makes it 2. That's it. Take him off. Game's done. Forest are going to get the win unless we can complete a comeback here. But there is no way I'm gambling on that Vinny injury, man. I would say he's been even more important than Matheus Cunha since coming in. Dude's been a rock at the back. Nato to Max. Still time to possibly get something here. But we need to get a move on. As Traore finds Pedro down the right. Lovely ball roll. And the ball to Tab is nice as well. Takes his time and does score. I think that's first of the year in the league for Marcus. Assist for Pedro. Finally starting to get some goal contributions. And half an hour to go. Still time here. Sangare to Morgan. Gives White. Tackled by Max Aaron. Still time. And again, if we... Hold on. Look at the space. Great ball. Traore must finish. Come on! Bournemouth from 2 goals down with an injury to Vinny. Battle back to claim at least a point in the City Ground. Now can we win it? That second season syndrome, man. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. In Bournemouth's case, it's a great thing. Going for an unlikely top 4 place. Sangare shot block, drops straight back to Dominguez. And the shot from range hits the post and Grisel hook it away. 4 to go. Sometimes you just need to know when to close out a point. We've battled back from 2 goals down. Hard fought point this will be. Let's not lose it late. Dominguez. Taiwo. El-Shaarawy. Shoots and scores. And Forest have won it. 2-0 down. Looks as though we're going to claim a point and lose it at the end. And as for the injury, it was a sprained knee for Vinicius. So it could have been worse. I mean, he's been absolutely unbelievable this season. and he'll miss the whole of January, including our cup games as well. But thank goodness it wasn't a classic 3-month +4, but of course 3 of those rating increases came from the position change. But 8 clean sheets in 17, averaging a 7.34. He got an assist in the Carabao Cup as well, and it's been phenomenal. So that's a big blow. He and Kirk is going to be down for the whole of January. Massive, massive blow there. Right, yeah, let's do one more. In fact, I might be able to squeeze in the FA Cup third round, but we'll do this one for sure. Actually, no, halfway stage. How's things getting on? Yeah, in fact, you know what? We might end it on the next one. Because at halfway stage, you can see we're now dropped down a second. Newcastle knock us off our perch. But if you would have given me second place at the start of the season, I would just bit your hand off. I would choose your whole arm off. So right now, I'm not going to dwell on that loss there, despite the heartbreaking late goal conceded. Best defensive record in the division, but again, Vinny's been a massive reason as to why, as has Kirkes. So I think we'll concede a lot more goals in this stretch without them. And we're only 3 points clear of Liverpool and Manchester United, 5th and 6th to be fair. Yes, we're in second place, but the inconsistency of the whole table right now is the reason why we're in the top 4. It's fine margins, you know, it's unbelievably tight. I mean, look at this, man. All the way down to Arsenal in 11th, still on 30 as well. I'm not taking anything for granted. The bottom 3, Fulham, Luton Town, and Southampton as well. As for the player stats, Erling Haaland, who jumped off to that amazing start, has slowed down a bit since then, but still leads the way in the race to Golden Boot. Solanke's also calmed down a lot as well, now down to 10 in 19, but still our top scorer in the top 4. Cunha's there as well, though in the top 15 with 8, showing that this season it's not just all about Dom. He's got a bro in Matheus Cunha also banging him in. And he's also the top assist maker, Solanke, with Jack Clark on a joint 5 for assists as well. All the top 5 have got 5. Solanke, Szoboszlai, Jack Clark, Sam Greenwood, and Cole Palmer as well. Neto and Cunha are also in there as well as Pedro. To be fair, like I said, only 2 goals now, or is it 3 goals? 2 goals, I think, but he's still getting a few assists as well, as is Tav down towards the bottom. But it is Neto, the man between assists, going for that Golden Glove. 8 in 19 this season. Yeah, let's do one more. Aston Villa at home as we aim to get back on the top of the table, but most importantly, stay in the top 4 as we begin the second half of the season off. Unai Emery side in Dorset. Come on, you Cherries. That's a lovely ball through. Ciro Immobile's onto it. Out comes Nato, and the chip goes onto the roof of the net. Still tied at 0-0. 15 minutes in, but yeah, this is a key moment of the season here. You know, January's here. The window's open. A chance for players like Solanke and Clark to maybe get those big moves to bigger English sides. Injuries starting to occur for a few players. The FA Cup comes around, big league games. This is a massive moment of the season here. Can we come through it? Or will our season begin to unravel? Jack Clark with a nice ball through to Jacob Greaves. Oh, wonderful dribbling. Brilliant from Jacob Greaves. Dinks one in, headed away. And cleared by Aston Villa as Tiedemann just hoofs it in the end so Nato can come out and collect it. Jacob Greaves, that was amazing. As we're still... Hang on a second. Oh no, oh, I don't believe it! Ciro Immobile has just scored from 35 yards. Might have been even longer than that. Neto to Billing, intercepted. And yet it's actually about 38 yards, I'd say, maybe even 40. That is one of the longest goals I have ever conceded. Philip Billing on the turn, turns into traffic, one back by camera, I think it was. And Ciro Immobile does what Docks has been trying to be doing for many, many years. Score from, well, it's not the halfway line, is it? Let's be honest here, but even so. Billing intercepted, didn't react on time. Aston Villa in front. Sometimes the tightest and closest of games are separated by a moment of magic or a moment of madness. I guess in this case both are applicable as Ciro Immobile's long-range screamer punishes Doxy Boy for the human error. Back-to-back losses to end today's episode. We're still in the top 4 of 18 games to go, and we're certainly not panicking, but we do need to go on a run if we are to keep the chasing pack at bay in a very tightly contested league table. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Realistic Career Mode, guys. So big fan, watch, hope you enjoyed it. And if you have enjoyed today's episode, please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode. The remainder of the January transfer will be played with 20 million in the budget. We can still make a signing, and we'll have the FA Cup third round against Sheffield Wednesday as well. Have a great day, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.